For years, OnePlus fans have asked OnePlus to finally catch up with the times and release their well-known flagship killer smartphones with a 1440p display. A lot of people enjoy this for the crisper text, the smoother animations, and even better quality for VR. But it wasn't until the OnePlus 7 Pro that OnePlus finally decided to upgrade the panel to the 1440p. Now, by default, Oxygen OS is set to automatically switch between 1440p and 1080p in certain situations. But today I want to show you how to specifically set the Oxygen OS and the OnePlus 7 Pro to output 1080p, Full HD, or Full HD Plus, as it says, so that you can save a little battery life and not have the phone switching back from 1080p and 1440p all the time. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and open up the settings application, and then we're going to tap on display. And like before, when I showed you how to change the screen refresh rate, there's another option here called resolution. So when we tap on that resolution option, by default it's going to be set to auto switch. So this is going to switch the resolution automatically depending on what you're doing. Meaning, when you're in the main Oxygen OS operating system, it's going to be outputting in 1440p. If you open up a game that's made for 1080p or a video that's made for 1080p, then it's going to automatically switch and change the resolution to 1080p. There's not a visual effect that shows you when this switch is happening. It just does it automatically depending on the source that's being outputted to the display. So if you wanted to, you could just set the phone to QHD 1440p, and it will be like that all the time. And if you load a game or a video that's in 1080p, then it will resize it and make sure it fits and looks right in a 1440p display, just like everything else. But if you want to save some battery life, you can set the display to 1080p. By tapping the FHD Plus option. Now here you can see whenever we go from auto switch or QHD, we can see the size of the text is going to be changed just a little bit. And that's just because of the DPI, the display size we have set for our current device. So whenever we go down to 1080p, the text is going to be a little bit bigger, but if you wanted to, you could go back to display and you can change the display size and shrink that text back down if you wanted to. You can make it bigger, but that's separate from the resolution feature. So the way I currently have my OnePlus 7 Pro set up is I have it set to 1080p because I don't have the need for 1440p, but I also have it set to always have the screen refresh rate at 90 Hz so that the user interface is more fluid and animations are more fluid. So while I'm gaining the benefit of locking the refresh rate at 90 Hz, I'm not losing that much battery life since I am forcing the device down to 1080p. So that is the OnePlus 7 Pro, and that is how to force the device to output 1080p to save some battery life.